Okay. I appreciate y'all coming today. We had an incident take place Tuesday, November 28th, outside the front of the courthouse. Approximately 2:35 p.m., we were notified of shots fired in the vicinity of the courthouse. Houston County and Dothan Police responded to the area. Also, the other agencies, until the surrounding area was secured, we had assistance from Kinsey, Cottonwood, and Webb also. At the time, we couldn't confirm anything, but moments later, we had a vehicle drive up that the lady was advised us that her vehicle had been shot. During the investigation between us and Dothan Police, it come up to where two of them were in court, and one was leaving with a family member, and the other suspect coming out made an off-the-wall comment, "You're gonna die tonight," with a obscene gesture behind it. The victim and his sister got in the car. The suspect went to his car, came out, had a handgun, went to the victim's car, placed the handgun inside the window. A short struggle, the weapon went off, striking the radio inside the vehicle, and all parties fled. Moments later, the vehicle returned with the owner and advised us her vehicle was the one shot. Deputies were able to locate a casing in the parking lot right in the vicinity of where the incident took place. Suspect in custody is Jalen Baker, 18 years of age, of Virginia Drive, Dothan. The vehicle that was shot was a 2013 Kia Optima, and later on, after the suspect was developed, with the assistance of Dothan looking for the suspect, we executed a search warrant on West Crawford Street, where we recovered one 9mm handgun that turned out to be stolen out of Ozark. And at the time, Baker is charged with shooting to an occupied vehicle and one count of receiving stolen property second. On Wednesday, the 29th, Judge Todd Derrick revoked his bond in a previous case where he was charged with attempted assault first. So as of this time, Jalen Baker's in custody with shooting to an occupied dwelling, receiving second, and off bond on a assault first charge.
Am I to understand this stemmed from some kind of dispute that started up in the courthouse and then spilled outside?
It came outside across the street of the courthouse, and right now, just basic information we're getting, it possibly gang related.
How concerning, this is a parking lot where routinely jurors, witnesses, and others park. As the longtime sheriff and officer of Houston County, how concerning to you is this happens right there in that parking lot in the right downtown intersection?
Well, it's definitely concerning to us. Does it surprise me? No, it doesn't. We've had several laws changed relating to handguns, and I'm not blaming it all on that, but I think some of it has to do with it. But no, you're right. That is an area of concern. I mean, anywhere in Dothan could be a concern where shots are fired. We've had enormous numbers between us and the Dothan Police. We work city and county. We've had enormous numbers between us and the Dothan Police calls of shots fired in this area, in Dothan. So yes, it's a very concern.
Your suspect in this case, did he have a permit we should not require to have now? But had he had one previously?
That I'm not sure of. I haven't checked that yet.
You talked about the parking lot being an area of concern. Is there any plans on maybe having to put some people out there to kind of watch things in the parking lot?
Well, I mean, it's a concern when it comes court time, but we have court security inside the courthouse. Of course, we have 6 judges inside the courthouse. Do we really have the manpower to station somebody outside? Not at this time, we don't. I mean, we went through some cuts this year, and right now it's something we can focus on, but I don't see where we can assign somebody out there full time.
The fact of the matter is, Sheriff, this could happen a block down the street, a block up the street, or
It could have happened on the Main Street side of the courthouse. It could have happened behind the courthouse. Yes.
There was a capital murder hearing going on in the courthouse at that time. Was this some way in relationship to that hearing, or were these suspects related to that at all?
That I'm not sure of. I know they were there for some type of court proceedings. I'm just not sure on what they were or what cases it was. But that's why the subjects were there.
One thing I've noticed when a call like this hits, all law enforcement responds, whether it's Ashford, Kinsey, Columbia, or whomever, Dothan, y'all all work as a team and take off to it.
We do, and we appreciate them coming, because with today's time, with everything going on, especially around the world, you can't say this is Dothan, it's not gonna happen. We could have a mass shooting here very easily. So yes, I appreciate all of them working together and coming. And we would do the same if it was Webb or Kinsey or Cottonwood. If something bad happened there, I know we will be there, and I feel sure Chief Benny would send Dothan there if we requested.
And these are hard crimes to prevent, aren't they? Because you can't read into somebody's mind what they're gonna do.
No, they're random and at the spur of the moment.
Sheriff, I've got one more question. You're a frequent critic of increased crime, the things you believe that leads to that crime. What's the answer to all of this for Donald Valencia?
Start cracking down more on the ones that commit crimes with firearms, and don't plea bargain with them. Take them to the fullest charge we can do, and try to limit it that way. We can't have you going out with your family at nighttime to go eat somewhere, and these young ones going around just randomly shooting everything up. And we'll do whatever we can to stop it. Whatever it takes, we'll do it to stop it. But right now, like I said, the numbers are enormous calls of shots fired.
I appreciate your candor, Sheriff.
Anything else? All right. On a different incident, yesterday, I was notified by the FBI approximately 1:30 that there was a call came in on the Veterans Hotline stating that they didn't have the exact verbiage because they hadn't got the recordings yet, but it was in some similarity of they were going to blow up Fort Novacell, I guess the Veterans Clinic there. We were notified by the FBI because we have a clinic here in Dothan, and I think there was another one maybe in Enterprise. I'm not positive on that one. But we had information, we had photographs on the suspect, and it was believed that he may come to Dothan. But we know he went to Fort Rucker, but he didn't go through the gate. And he did show up in Dothan, and he got called in. They went to the back. He sat with one of the workers and voiced his complaint. And at the time, I guess he didn't get a satisfactory answer, made the comment, well, I'm already dead, somebody here is gonna die. Well, at that moment, they hit the alarms, the subject fled and left, and we put our bolos on him, looking out for the vehicle, and short time later, he was stopped in Enterprise by Enterprise Police Department. They'd taken him in custody for us. We met him. We took custody of Mr. Wilson. And by the way, the suspect is Carl Wilson, black male, date of birth 12/21/57. He lives in Enterprise. We've taken custody of him. We brought him back in to CID to question him. And at that time, he refused to say anything. And he was charged with one count of terroristic threats with no bond. And the investigation is still open.
Does he have a criminal history?
What I understand, he has a FBI number. I haven't run the history yet, but there's only one way you get an FBI number.
Which is what?
You normally don't get it on a misdemeanor. Now, I've never heard of it in my career, getting an FBI number by doing a federal investigation on somebody. The way you get an FBI number is the reading of your prints that go through West Virginia.
Oh,
Okay?